Hey fellas, well, it's certainly been quite the year, hasn't it, as my seventh year uploading this site and almost 10 years being a member on it. I regret to say that I had to push some of the stuff I had planned for this year to 2019. Definitely gonna be right on it once I get my repairs and upgrades done. It's just that I'm not gonna say too much here, but things get in their way. Rest assured, I am working on building my entertainment calendar for the coming year, which is like I like to do whenever I see the tentative slate of movies and games coming out, and it's definitely going to be a very big one. I can tell this year already had plenty of impressive entries. Series. I'm still working on ranking a lot of ones I saw. I think there's only maybe one or two that I didn't really care for, or that I'll probably be addressing a scene before too long. But overall, I can definitely say that Disney had a really good year with the likes of Black Panther, Incredibles 2, and Infinity War making billions, and most of the other outputs making respectable nine-figure sums. Wrinkle in Time and Nutcracker and a four-figure flop notwithstanding. And I will say that even Solo's underperformance probably going to affect their bottom line very little, since it most likely makes money back through home media, digital streaming, and merchandise sales alone. I'm still looking at that model of the new Falcon, by the way. And I'm also definitely rather glad the creators are taking the high road and how it's been kind of quiet about exact details in episode 9. There's been a lot of red herrings, but I'm glad that they've outright stated that the strong reaction a lot of people had towards The Last Jedi, as well as the ultimate underperformance still is going to affect their plans very little in the movie. As per usual, probably going in, wait when it opens. Probably gonna be like an OC Luke cosplay. Gonna be letting my hair grow out for that. My beard should be fine for the Master Luke style. I would definitely need just like a one glove on my right hand. I don't think I could pull off the mechanical hand like Mark could. But this year definitely saw what I like to call a kind of like a big transition. The biggest one I've seen in my lifetime, at least so far. I know we've been saying that a lot recently, but it fits. And I'm not gonna say too much about how this affected the site overall, but if you've been looking and using it on a semi-regular basis, at least you'll understand why. I didn't even watch Rewind this year, but given how it finally surpassed Justin Bieber's music video for Baby as the most disliked video on the site ever, yeah, I'm kind of skeptical of them doing another one next year. Since I think Proto Mario basically pointed out that the way people's tastes often are, making something that would incorporate everything that people might like is not logistically possible. It hasn't been for a long time, not entirely sure it ever was. As sure, it had some general idea, but yeah, it definitely had quite the impact it had in it for their own reasons. And whatever happens next year, I'm probably still planning my retirement formally for the most part. I'm just wrapping my blog, my first phase of that. I definitely want to have the remaining content I've got for that done and posted by tonight. And I'll probably try to do other things with channel, keep it open to make sure, I'm still around. And obviously I might consider doing some gaming stuff and once I get that set up. And no, in addition to movies, working on stuff for games, like obviously probably only gonna be primarily be doing it on my Switch that I just got. It's with things like Generation 8 of Pokemon, new Animal Crossing coming out, among other games, but I mean a legit real one, not just like a party game or a spin-off that focuses on the home design aspect of the series, man. But I definitely not going into totally exclude Sony Microsoft because I mean there's a lot of good stuff coming on Xbox One and PS4 as well. Least of all, Kingdom Hearts 3 finally coming out all this time. Hi man, with the sequel to Frozen later this year in 2019. I'm totally not surprised at all that they're including Arendelle World, especially given how big that movie was in Japan and how it's still relatively popular with all the merch and even with the mixed reactions the Frozen Adventure skit drew. I mean, and for the Coco, man. Also, why they're including the San Francisco world from Big Hero 6 in there, given how that's one that's like tailor made for their country with visual style that definitely owes a lot to anime and tokusatsu. They even credited Shotaro Shinomori with the animated choreography, even though he passed away in 2000, as I recall, man. And still really want to do my XYZ, hey, Pokemon reviews, get those finished so I can do at least some of the Planet Sun and Moon vlogs that I want to, and since that's basically what it would entail. I mean, since doing things for streaming on my mobile devices has worked out okay, I actually was able to do my Power of Us review, who that way it actually went over pretty well, I mean. And my calendar is still going to be tentative, subject to change, and there's some things I know for sure I want to get finished that I will be doing next year, because I just not sure I'll be able to do this forever, ever, but other stuff, well, I'm gonna be waiting until I see more information that, I mean, like, at least all with, like, the Sonic movie coming out, I mean, I'm still waiting for full review before I give any personal reaction to it, though I admit, even though the designs give me some slight Werehog flashbacks, because I had the Wii version of Unleashed, but I personally don't address anything in full until I have all the details in front of me. I mean, what it looks like, what's it going to be about, who's involved with it, when's it coming out, when can I see it? You know, I need more information. That's why there are some ones I have deliberately chosen not to address because I personally don't feel there's anything I can add to the matter. I mean, and others I just actively suppress because I don't want to give them any publicity, let alone bad publicity. So and just ignore that. I just got a message about my minutes needing to be up, man. Man. And also, same deal for shows. I mean, I'm really glad that Infinity Train is finally getting its own series, given how much potential that pilot had for that. Even just like a miniseries like Over the Garden Wall was, I am very eager to see how that turns out, man. Not anything else to go away about, but I mean, look how it has a potential. Even if not everything they've put out, how it has been the best lately. I'm kind of really glad that they're bringing animation back to the main channel as well as like ones like XD, where when I was young, I felt like the animated characters more real to me than the than the live action tween shows are putting out at the time. How they're written and how they behaved. I mean, and Detective Pikachu being cautiously optimistic towards that still, given how the game was surprisingly fun. Once I get my 3DS that's really working again, upgrade, I'll definitely do a second playthrough of that, man. In that sense, even with the usual Roblox and anime and video game adaptations have yet to fully cross. It actually definitely looks like it'll be easier to swallow than most adaptations of Transformers and TMNT have been recent years in terms of changes they made, and also way more believable than, oh, maybe turning a Goomba from Walkie Mushroom into a Stormtrooper knockoff. I mean, I can tell from looking at them at least, that's a Charizard, that's Greninja, that's Jigglypuff, and that's Mr. Mime. I am sense. I definitely like a lot of the set design. It kind of reminds me a lot of a mixture of the European design that they see in the games, was some Far East neon on the streets like they had in Batman Forever. I mean, and it definitely looks a bit more convincing to me than, oh, I don't know, turning Rosa Salazar into Alita and making it look like she came from one of my OPS2 games. I mean, that's another case where I'm not going in that one sense. Nonsense. I don't have anything against the creators or the people involved with the casting and production. It's just that it's definitely, given how the film's been delayed twice now, it's gonna be really embarrassing if it can't even beat like a low budget horror movie romantic comedy on Valentine's Day. I mean, or as I like to call it, Singles Awareness Day. I mean, and I'm probably going to watch the Mad Lib episode of Batman again. This is one of my favorites when I was younger, and it's probably one of the best episodes of the series for me. And you can definitely tell how much my time here has been affecting me over the years. I mean, I already have something in mind for my finale next year. Here, I mean, here, and since I'm gonna be really eager to finish my degree, maybe get work in my field, maybe do some traveling, playing since, and I can definitely tell you one thing: I'm not gonna be filming anything in an infamous forest or doing anything to dead rats like some people I know, and definitely not going to try and pass the buck on the blame. Hey, I mean, if you make a mistake, hey, no matter who you're working for, you really need to own it. You can't just point the dog, like everybody else has the tendency to. But anyway, that's about all I've got to say for this year. Here, I mean, I'm going to just go on enjoying my time, and I shall definitely talk to you guys all in 2019.